Can testosterone therapy help you lose fat and build muscle? The truth about testosterone and fat loss. Have you ever felt like your scale is lying to you? You cut your calories, you lose the weight, yet your belly fat barely shrinks. The truth is, weight loss and fat loss are not the same. You can drop pounds or kilos through water loss, through muscle loss, neither of which really improves your physique or your health. What we really want is to reduce body fat whilst preserving muscle. That's the golden combo that we're looking for, to be lean and to stay strong. In today's video, we'll dive into a fascinating factor in this puzzle, testosterone. This might be the missing link. We'll explore how low testosterone can make fat loss an uphill battle, and whether or not testosterone therapy or testosterone replacement therapy for both men and women can tilt the odds in your favor. Get ready for science-backed insights and real case stories and expert tips, all in an upbeat, no-nonsense breakdown. Weight loss versus fat loss, why the difference matters. So when you step on that weight scale, the number you see doesn't tell the full story. Fat weight includes water weight, muscle weight, and fat weight, all lumped together. It's very easy to lose weight by dropping the water. Let's say after you have a sweaty workout, or you're cutting carbs, or worse, by burning through your muscle tissue. Losing water or muscle is not the goal. You'll look and feel better focusing on fat reduction instead. For example, ever notice someone can look leaner and more toned without much change of their weight? That's because they lost fat whilst keeping or even gaining muscle. For example, have you ever noticed someone can look leaner and more toned but haven't changed weight on the scale? That's because they've lost fat, body fat, whilst keeping or even gaining muscle. Muscle is denser and takes up less space than fat, so your body shape can change with it and you'll look leaner. Bottom line, don't obsess over the scale and the weight number alone. A lower number isn't worth it if it comes from muscle loss or dehydration. We want to torch the fat, burn the fat metabolically, and keep your muscles fueled. Low testosterone, is it the hidden culprit in your fat gain? So here's where the plot twists. Your hormones, especially testosterone, but to a smaller degree growth hormone, can play a huge role in body composition. You see, testosterone isn't just the male sex hormone, it's also the key for building muscle and regulating fat. In men, low testosterone levels are strongly associated with increased body fat, particularly the belly fat, the visceral fat, and low testosterone is linked with reduced muscle mass. That combination, more fat, less muscle, sets the stage for a sluggish metabolism and weight gain. In fact, testosterone deficiency often goes hand in hand with issues like insulin resistance, higher cholesterol, and low energy expenditure. So it can become a vicious cycle. Low testosterone leads to fat gain and slower metabolism, and gaining more fat can further suppress the testosterone levels, increase sex hormone binding globulin, increase estradiol, all the negative effects of low testosterone and high body fat. So doctors even have a term for this feedback loop. They call it the hypogonadal obesity cycle. Essentially, excess fat, especially belly fat, triggers hormonal changes that lowers testosterone, and low testosterone in turn makes it easier to accumulate even more fat, not to mention, inflammation. Men with obesity commonly have significantly lower testosterone levels. In fact, one study found that about 30% lower testosterone levels in obese men versus men of normal weight. And more than 70% of obese men may be clinically hypogonadal. That is, they have testosterone deficiency. The reasons come down to biology. Fat tissue contains an enzyme called aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. So the more fat that you carry, the more of your testosterone that gets turned into estrogen, further dropping your testosterone levels. High estrogen then signals your brain to produce less testosterone, shutting down your gonadotropins, the GnRH, which then releases luteinizing hormone, which then causes your testes to make testosterone. So if you have the estradiol that goes higher, estrogen that goes higher, you're not going to get that strong signal to your testes. So it's a hormonal double whammy causing testosterone to plunge. The result, lower muscle growth and a slower metabolic rate and even more fat storage. So this sounds like a nightmare loop. It is, and many men and women don't even realize it's happening. Though for women, the feedback loop is different for the testosterone. They just see the expanding waistlines and wonder why the dieting isn't working. The key takeaway here is if you have abnormally low testosterone, your body might be programmed to hold on to fat and lose muscle. That's where TRT, testosterone therapy, enters the conversation. Let's address the big question. If you raise low testosterone levels through medically prescribed testosterone therapy, will it help you to lose body fat? According to a growing body of research, the answer leans towards yes, especially for men who are truly testosterone deficient. Multiple studies and meta-analyses have shown that TRT, testosterone therapy, improves body composition in low testosterone, testosterone deficient men by decreasing fat mass and increasing lean mass. In other words, men with low T who undergo therapy tend to shed body fat and gain muscle. At the same time, it's not a magic fat-burning pill, but testosterone seems to recalibrate your metabolism in a more favorable way. So a 2014 scientific review summed it up very well. Long-term testosterone therapy in men with low testosterone led to a more significant and sustained weight loss with major reductions in waist size and improved body composition. Even elements of metabolic syndrome like blood sugar and cholesterol profiles improved alongside these changes. So how does testosterone do this? Well, first, it's a direct action on fat cells. Testosterone binds to fat cells and increases lipolysis, the breakdown of fat. This inhibits fat storage, and it regulates enzymes that influence whether fat gets stored or burned. Now, testosterone also boosts the metabolic rate. The more muscle that you have means you'll have a higher calorie burn at rest. So that's why we say if you build muscle through weight training or other means, you will be burning calories even when you're not weight training. Whereas if you do aerobic or cardio activity, in a clinical study with men with low testosterone, it demonstrated that 6 to 12 months of testosterone therapy led to a clear decrease in total body fat compared to placebo who didn't have the testosterone treatment. So fat loss was especially pronounced in the visceral or belly region in men, which is the most dangerous type of fat for heart health. Now, however, word of caution, testosterone therapy is not a free pass to eat junk food and expect the fat to melt away. It optimizes your hormonal environment for your fat loss, but you still need to do the proper diet, exercise, proper sleep, but more on that later. But think of testosterone as the accelerator, not the GPS, not your sat nav. It can speed you toward your fat loss goal, but you still have to steer with healthy habits. One reason weight loss efforts often fail is because dieting can cause muscle loss, and along with that, an increase in fat. This is where testosterone shows a huge benefit. Testosterone therapy helps preserve lean muscle mass even when you're cutting calories. Now, in fact, testosterone is famed as an anabolic, that is a muscle-building hormone. It signals muscle cells to grow and strengthens them. And if you have low testosterone, you might struggle to build or even maintain muscle mass, which in turn lowers your metabolic rate and makes fat loss much harder. In fact, testosterone is famed as an anabolic muscle-building hormone. It signals muscle cells to grow and strengthens them. So if you have low T, low testosterone, you might struggle to build or even maintain muscle, which in turn lowers your metabolism and makes it harder to lose the fat. Now, when you restore testosterone, this flips the script. Clinical trials consistently find that men on TRT gain fat-free mass or muscle whilst losing fat. For example, a controlled trial put obese men on the same diet, but one group received the testosterone treatment, TRT, and the other group, the placebo, was not on TRT. So what do you think happened? The placebo group lost weight, but also lost muscle. The TRT group, that group's weight was also lost, but almost exclusively from fat. Their muscle was spared. So the testosterone group lost weight, but it was fat weight, and they saved their muscle. That's a huge win. Preserving muscle keeps your metabolic engine revving, meaning you burn more fat over a longer period of time. Whether you go on testosterone therapy or not, one universal truth remains. A healthy lifestyle is indispensable for fat loss and muscle gain. Testosterone can nudge your physiology in the right direction, but it won't do the work for you. You'll get the best results by combining testosterone with a high-protein diet. It helps build muscle. It keeps metabolism high. With strength training, lifting weights signals the body to maintain muscle. Good sleep and stress management. Sleep Deprivation in chronic stress can tank your testosterone levels. So does TRT, does testosterone therapy, help with fat loss? Yes, but only if you actually have low testosterone. And for men with clinically low testosterone, testosterone therapy can be life-changing. It helps reduce fat, increase muscle, and restore energy. However, testosterone therapy isn't a magic pill or injection or a lotion or a cream. If you're looking to lose body fat, you still need to eat well, train smart, and take care of your body. And if you're struggling with stubborn fat and suspect low testosterone, get tested for low T. A proper diagnosis is the first step. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more content on hormones and men and women's health. And until next time, take control of your body and your health.